I think it works.
Oh, wow.
Yay, dude.
We did that from his phone.
From my phone. WebSockets are crazy.
Dude, this is
we are live.
awesome. This is so cool.
This is so cool.
I'm pulling up my notes.
The outline.
As always, the first thing in the notes simply say, hello and welcome to your weekly dose of mayhem. The only show where I can do this. What? Dude. That's his GPU.
Still running. Okay, we're just going to do the episode like this.
Yeah, we're just going to put his GPU right there because he doesn't need it.
It's so light.
The next thing in the notes is Hamid yap about the scouting app.
All right,
so, tell you about it.
I'm going to yap about the scouting app. I'm going to turn on my screen share and
I wonder what this tastes like.
It's not distracting at all.
Mr. Hiller family thinks I'm funny.
Yeah, we all think you're funny. He's going to be here all night, folks.
I'm here all night. Or at least until this episode's done.
All right, so screen share is done.
I'm starting the router back up.
Good thing these mics
Transition.
have really good compression. Whoa!
This is the FTC scouting app for this year that I made with a good fellow of mine,
James.
James.
Who we still haven't had on the show.
We have not. No.
We've been promising to have James J on the show for like
He's not even at the school anymore. It's a way bigger logistical problem now.
Yeah. Anyway.
So this is FTC Into the Deep scouting app. We've got it set up right now to just show the last year's Buffalo qualifier, which we hosted as just a placeholder. So we've got teams, we've got matches right here, and all of this data is synchronized from the Orange Alliance, just like our FRC scouting app last year was synced from
The Blue Alliance.
the Blue Alliance, yes. And the APIs are very similar, so that wasn't really that much of a big deal.
I'm not sure how we've ever shown this off in detail on the show before. So do you want to go into what are some of the components of our scouting app?
Yeah, so this is a platform called AppSheet, which is made by Google, and it's really cool because you can make a whole bunch of data-driven applications without writing any code or anything, and it's really cool because you can interact with databases in a really nice way. So we've got a database, which is informally known as a Google Sheet, and it stores a lot of different things like matches, teams, match scouting entries, pit scouting entries, and stuff like that. So one of the things that the scouters will do is they'll be clicking one of these two buttons, scout a match and scout a pit, and obviously on their phones it'll look different because it's a phone app as well. So if I go to scout a match, it gives me a form that I can use to make a new entry for a match scout. So if I go over here and I click team, right now it doesn't actually show any teams, but if I select a match, like let's say qualifier 12, then it'll show me the 4 teams.
Oh, that was the match.
Was that the match?
That was the match where GorillaBots and Tardis last year got the high score.
Oh, that's
How
funny.
did you pick that at random?
You just said it was a good match. I just
said that to be funny. I don't
divine
match,
intuition. Okay, well for the hell of it, let's pick Tardis. And then obviously if this was an actual match, the scouter would write down their name. And then we can basically just start here. So we can say at the start of the game, where is the bot? And I'll just say middle. And then we could say how many samples went into the low bucket. We'll say that they scored 2, and they scored 0
That would
into
have
the
been
high.
impressive last year. Given that there was no low bucket because it was a different game. I'm a funny guy.
He's gonna be here all night, folks. And let's say that they took 2 specimens, or they took 1 specimen from the human player, and they put it into the high chamber, and obviously they took 1 from the submersible to make that 2. And then let's say that they did. What's the observation zone? Is that the one next to the?
The observation zone is.
It's not next to the submersible, right?
That's the one that's near the bucket.
Okay, so we're gonna say no for this one.
It's one of the side zones. It's either human player.
So we're gonna say yes for touches the first rung. So that's like the park.
Yep.
And then in Teleop, let's say that they went for just specimens. So let's say that they got, let's say 12 samples from the submersible, and then they got all of them back as specimens, or let's say they got 10 of them back as specimens, and then they scored them. Why, I don't know why it says low chamber twice. James was in charge of writing the questions out. I'm just going to assume that the top one is the high chamber.
That would make sense.
Right, okay. And we're going to do like 9 here, 1 here, because they kind of got lazy, and then, 2 in the low bucket. And you can keep going, and basically as the match continues, they'll basically tap these plus and minus buttons as stuff happens for their robot. And the rest of these are optional for now, just to demo it. And then at the end of the match, they click save. And then, for that match number 12,
The match,
there is a match scouting entry for Team TARDIS. And the second part of this app is just taking all of this data and making it into graphs so that Nate here can just look at them and go,
So as the coach, having a graph of all like how teams are performing and being able to
multiple graphs.
multiple graphs, a lot of graphs about how teams are performing, how many teams are playing this certain way, or how they're doing compared to all the other teams, and then comparing like two teams. That's really helpful when it comes to like picking time, if you're making a pick list, or if you're in that position, or just even like the data gets better as each match goes on, but like by the end of the day, you are really being able to base game time decisions before, like coach meeting decisions before the match, off data that is readily available because of the scouting app.
And when you have multiple matches, you can see data from a single team over time. So I think if I can do this, this will be good. I'm going to try bringing up last year's FRC graph, because we showed it after MVR, I think.
Yeah.
But it is basically similar thing to what we're gonna do this year for FTC and FRC. So.
And this is all stuff I would have on my coach iPad.
Right.
Oh, we do get the graph.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So, transition. This is the graph we had for last year.
Yeah, this was MVR, it seems.
We have this overview which just shows every team and how they did for sort of the speaker, the amp, and then this is delivered notes, so like when they shot them across the field. You can drill it down by match number. But the second page is what I want to replicate, and it goes over like each team's statistics. So this was our team statistics. Can I go to the view mode, perhaps? Okay, it's a little big. It's a little zoomed in, but you can see that this is for Team 4930, and you can see our as from match 2 to 14 to 20 to 28. We can see this graph of like how we did.
And through the it's organized through different scoring modes in the game crescendo, so like notes in the speakers, note in the speaker, and notes in the amp. And by MVR, we didn't have this at FLR, but by MVR, because that late in the season it became such a big thing.
We definitely had this at FLR.
No, I was talking about the notes delivered.
Oh yeah,
because we didn't have that stat at FLR.
I believe I worked on that during FLR.
Yeah.
You went to me and was just like, dude, they're shooting notes.
They're shooting notes across the field. That one team from Michigan is shooting notes halfway across the field.
And I was just like, got it. I'm gonna put that in.
But yeah, so that visualization combined with the other one, which pits every team up against each other, is really easy. It's real nice for me and other Nate, who's the white team coach.
Yes.
To see all that data all in one place. So that is why scouting is important, and
Yes.
the scouting app is a good way to do sus.
Yes. And what better way to learn more information about? Wait, no, crap. This is a different topic. That could have been such a good segue to FTC Open Alliance, but you had to put the other thing in there.
Well, this is cool.
Well, guess what? Guess what's a great way to learn more about other teams? FTCOpenAlliance.org. Go to it now.
Like click
it. It's not in
Now.
the description. I don't know why you're saying that. Why are you pointing? We didn't do that. We didn't have the foresight to do that.
We really should put that in the
Okay,
description.
next topic.
Anyway,
Recycling.
Recycling. You guys, hot take. The environment is kind of important. All right. Know what's bad for the environment? Plastic. Know what makes a lot of plastic? Things like robotics labs.
Single-use plastics.
Single-use plastics.
Disposable pieces of stringy filament that go from failed prints and stuff from
And
old
also
robots.
bags and the like.
Yeah.
So we have partnered with school's environmental club, and we have we've gotten a $5,000 grant from our school to bring our recycling at our school to the next level. And the robotics team, along with the environmental club, is partnering together to level up our recycling. I was trying to make a game joke.
To
Charge up our recycling.
to power up.
Power
our
up our
recycling.
recycling. Dive straight into recycling.
Make our recycling efforts reach a crescendo.
There you go. So with those $5,000, this was an idea we've had since the spring. We've been working on this since the end of last school year. But we got that grant fairly recently, like a week ago. And with that $5,000, we are going to double the amount of compost that comes out of lunchroom, and that's primarily the environmental club's thing. But then the robotics team specifically is building, using our shop and our materials, we're going to be building more recycling bins to put around our school and decorating them and things like that. And then the majority of that $5,000 went to a 3D printer filament recycling machine.
Yes.
Which is a thing that exists apparently.
It takes large prints, it takes failed prints, it takes strings, it crushes them up, it grinds them into dust, into bones and dust.
Into paste.
Into paste. Not paste. I don't know where the liquid would come from, but dust. Fine dust. And then it takes that and it re-extrudes it into a brand new string of filament that's wrapped around filament reel, and then it is ready to be used again. Because when you melt plastic, you can make plastic into different shapes, and that's how recycling works.
So we've been saving all of our plastic from our 3D printing room for since April, like since right after the season ended, and we've got like 10 whole boxes of failed prints, old filament rolls, also just like empty filament rolls so that we can re-roll the plastic onto new things. And the whole idea behind this is not only do we want to recycle our own filament so that we can reuse it, but we also, when we're at competitions, we want to go up to other teams who 3D print things, especially in FTC, because a lot of teams 3D print a lot of their parts. And any failed prints they have, if they brought them to us, we'll take their failed prints and recycle them, and we'll give them a roll of filament that has been recycled.
Yeah.
Which is, and we've made business cards and stuff for that. Those are done, right? Yeah.
I don't have access to them, I don't think. So.
Yeah, but we've made business cards and stuff. So hopefully at our first competition, Penfield, I think we're going to Penfield. I'm not sure what we for that, but I'm fairly certain we're going to Penfield. We're going to advertise that a little bit. So if you are a FTC team or an FLC team, if with a lot of 3D printed parts that you want to get recycled, we will recycle it for you in exchange for a roll of fine recycled filament from a recycling machine.
Yes. So and speaking of business card designs, I actually designed a different business card for FTC Open Alliance, which you should totally check out at ftcopenalliance.org right now. I'm gonna keep doing this segue.
If you don't want to check it out, too bad. We're going to talk about it anyway. FTC Open Alliance, another segment of FTC Open Alliance, because we can't get enough of it. Maybe you're sick of it by now.
Awesome.
We've only been talking about it for like 3 weeks, which is...
There's some commotion happening in the lab.
It's fine. Hey, guys, have you ever heard of FTC Open Alliance? Doa, you have.
I have.
Doa, you want to be on the show?
Okay.
You want to be... Oh, hi, Sean.
What's the script for this podcast here?
It just says I should yap.
Hamid Yap. Been working on this since recycling. You've been working on recycling since spring?
Yeah, we've been thinking about it, dude.
Well, you should go to youtube.com/electricmayhem watch the show.
Is
But
this
yeah,
live?
Yeah, with a whole 0 viewers.
With the whole viewer, that's crazy.
Listen, we have the VOD, okay? Calm down.
hi, Grandpa.
Do you guys have sponsors?
We don't have. We're
yet.
sponsored by FTC Open Alliance, which you should
FTC
check
Open
out at
Alliance.
ftcopenalliance.org.
Sponsored by Vaseline. Vaseline.
Vaseline, okay.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah, so we've been contacted and we set up a meeting with the one and only Tyler Odes. I think he's the founder. He's definitely the host.
Also known as John Fun from the first Updates Now Robotics Network.
I think he's the founder, but he's definitely the host. He's the guy who's in all the fun videos. He does Behind the Bumpers for FSC. He has done some of the Behind the Bots for FTC. He's at a lot of competitions. He's always in Houston at Woods every year. But yeah, he reached out to me on Chief Delphi asking if we could set up some sort of meeting.
Yeah.
With him so that because he not only runs Fun, but he's also an admin on Chief Delphi and the admin on like all the first Discords. apparently he's just an admin on everything, like every non-official first-related thing he's in charge of. But he reached out to us to see how he could help us with Chief Delphi and First Updates Now specifically. And we set up a meeting. It was yesterday. We set up a meeting with him, and
We had Brady and Mr. Hiller here as well.
yeah, we set up the podcast setup. And
It was just
everyone
this.
sat at
It
this
was
table,
just this, but with 2 tables instead of 1.
and 4 people and no overlay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
To give you a little preview. Oh no. To give you a small preview of what that.
lack of Hamid's GPU on the table.
I didn't even realize you put it like.
Yeah. It looks like-
Nice stand arrangement. Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Wow.
We should
I'm
do
gonna
the-
need that back.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, the meeting. Some of the things we discussed at the meeting. So the FSC Open Alliance has its own category on Chief Delphi, like not just a tag, just a full-on category. And we discussed getting one of those for all our teams, and moving all of the FTC Open Alliance build threads that are on Chief Delphi automatically into that category. So if you are watching this as an FTC Open Alliance team, you don't have to do anything for that. It'll all happen automatically. Also making wikis, I think is what wikis, so that they can be edited in the past, because Chief Delphi posts can't be edited like 10 minutes after you post them. But then if we can do this, we can edit them at the past and do hyperlinks to the most important parts. And then also we discussed getting our own version of the FTC of the Open Alliance show, but for FTC Open Alliance on First Updates Now. And if you are a team in FTC Open Alliance, there's either an email that's been sent out or is getting sent out pretty soon with a lot more details about that. Another thing with that is, if you are also a team in the FTC Open Alliance, we want to send you some stickers.
I want to send you some swag.
We want to send you some swag and some merch so that you can represent at your qualifiers. if you are
We're going
interested.
to send some stickers for your robots.
Or your
and
people.
In your faces. I don't know, wherever you want to put the stickers, it's fine. And some business cards that you can hand out to people. They got like QR codes on them to go to the FTC Open Alliance website. They look pretty nice, I think.
Yeah, so if you are in the alliance and you are interested, that'll all be in the email.
Yes.
But
and that
yeah.
is just the email that they provided in the form.
More info in regards to our meeting with Tyler Olds as it comes out. But yeah, it was very exciting for us. We did not expect this to get so much attention year one.
And we did actually reach a milestone of 10 teams.
10 teams, we're in double digits.
Yes.
Who are our new teams? Mercenary Turtles is one. They
I'm
are
going to just really
a new
quickly check,
team.
Actually.
Yeah, so shout out to them. They joined. They started doing a build thread before they even joined, so they were just on top of this anyway.
Yeah, they were just like, dude, we should do a build thread, and we just swooped in and was just like, hey, you want to know who also does build threads? All of the other teams on FTCOpenAlliance.org, which you can find out. No, it didn't work.
Ember Shard is the other team that joined
Yeah.
recently.
Ember Shard, Mercenary Turtles, and then we've got all the other ones that we've seen, including our 2 teams.
Yeah, our 2 teams, and then just shout out the rest of them, because
Yeah.
Soundwave, Int Robotics, Mobots, and Mobots, that's really hard to say. Precision Gasworks, and then our 2 teams.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And by the way, shout out to Int Robotics, or INT Robotics 23513, for having every single link. All 6. Build thread,
first team.
build thread, CAD, code, photos, videos, and the website, like out of the gate. Like they didn't edit this. This is how they started.
They had this under control.
That is awesome. They got a Flickr. They've got their YouTube on here. They've got a GitHub repository. This is awesome. Their robot's called Osmosis, and I think that's awesome.
They also have a really cool carbon fiber like boat hook design that they're working on. It's like a carbon fiber tube that extends, and I don't know how it works. It looks like magic. It just looks like it grows. It's really cool.
This is a good preview of what the
FTC
FTC
Open Alliance
show might look like. We
would
just
be
look
like-
at teams and go, dude, that's so cool.
So yeah, that's we have expanded the outline.
Yes.
Do you have any closing words?
I would like my GPU back now. I'd like that very much. Would you just what are you doing? What are you you just sneak out like a little rascal, like a little rapscallion. Get back over here. We have to end the episode. Here, put it in.
I have to put it in.
Oh, okay, fine. I got it. Just tell them the thing.
FTC Open Alliance. FTCOpenAlliance.org. YouTube.com/Electric Mayhem.
Good night, everyone.
ElectricMayhem.com.
Yeah.
Robotics.com. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
I'm so good at advertising.